It is that season where the social media rumor mill starts to get a little wonky when it comes to weather forecasting. You've probably seen posts on Facebook or on Twitter sometimes calling for deadly snowstorms or record-breaking cold when it's several weeks, if not a month away. You have to be really careful when you see posts like that. Of course, it's best to trust a local meteorologist like the ones we have here at Local 5 or with the National Weather Service. And let me tell you, the farther an event is from today, basically the farther out we are, the harder that forecast becomes. And it's really tough to pinpoint exactly what may happen when we are sometimes 7 to 10 days away. So what happens when we look at forecast models, which give us a good idea of what the weather may do in the coming days, it starts with the current conditions, where we are right now, and then tries to put together a puzzle essentially and figure out what is coming next. And that's where it becomes a bit more challenging. There are many paths for those current conditions to go. Think of it like a Plinko board that you would have seen on The Price is Right. There are many paths for the forecast to take, but each step depends on the path beforehand. So essentially, what happens right now can go a lot of different ways. The temperatures could get colder, they could get warmer, we could have rain, we could have snow, we could stay dry, but pinpointing exactly what's going to happen so many days away becomes really challenging. Now, despite all of those possibilities, a forecast model only spits out one solution at a time. So for example, if the European forecast model says snow for 10 days from now, it will only give us that solution, but that doesn't necessarily mean it will snow 10 days from now. We can't just look at that one model and assume it will be correct, which is unfortunately what happens a lot on social media this time of year. One small deviation in the atmosphere can make a big difference. So one model may suggest that a ridge or a trough will develop in our atmosphere, bringing us higher low pressure. And when we have that, it spits out that solution about snow or rain. Again, not always a guarantee because we don't even know if that ridge or that trough will develop. But as we get closer to the event, that forecast becomes a little bit clearer. And in fact, there are fewer possible paths for that weather to take. So again, think of it like the Plinko board. As we get farther towards the bottom, there's less opportunity for deviation. It can only go a couple of different locations, and that is how we get a clearer picture of the forecast as we get closer to an event. So when we head into these winter months, be very cognizant of what you're sharing or seeing on social media. If somebody is calling for a big snowstorm and they say it may be here in 10 to 14 days, it could be 2 weeks away, take a pause. There is always a possibility that that becomes true, but the likelihood is extremely low. When we get a better idea of the forecast, of course, you can count on our team of meteorologists to share it, and we will let you know as we get closer to an event whether or not it really will be something historic or severe that we need to be prepared for. For the Local 5 Weather Lab, I'm meteorologist Brandon Lawrence.